Hello, everyone. It's me, Bobbie D. It's Tuesday, and what do we do on Tuesday? We talk. Tuesday Talks with Bobbie D is sponsored by none other than Vibrant Souls, Health and Wellness. You can find them on Instagram, and you can email them at vibrantsouls@gmail.com. Tuesday Talks with Bobbie D begins right now. All right, now here we are, and it is Tuesday, and oftentimes, um, because people get so strung out and stressed out about politics um, and religion, most people really don't want to discuss that um, with anyone, really. Even with the people that they feel closest to, even their family and their friends. However, the political climate has uh, been horrible over uh, for quite a long time. For quite a long time, it's been very, very different. Um, and in the past few days, I'm sure by now you've heard that former President Trump was, there was an assassination attempt on his life this past Saturday. Believe it or not, we are about 55 minutes from Butler, from Butler County Fairgrounds. I believe that's where they had the rally. And a young man by the last name of Crooks was the shooter. He was only 20 years old. The Secret Service, I believe, were able to get him. Unfortunately, he was shot down and passed away. And there were two people wounded and another man, we come to find out, who was a firefighter and shielding his family when the shooting began. He as well lost his life. And the thing about it is that we built this country on the backs of our ancestors. And we're still building it on the backs of those who have and have retired from or currently serve in the military. The backs of our ancestors go even further back to slavery times. And the unfortunate thing is that people somehow believe that if you don't believe in what they believe, then not only are you wrong, but that they feel like they should take your freedoms away. And a lot of people are so confused as to a lot going on in the political climate. But what I want you to be aware of is to not vote your rights away. Think about it. Think about the candidates that are up for election and make a wise choice. Look at their track records. Just check behind them and just make sure that you are making a good choice. Think about where your freedoms align, not necessarily your religious beliefs, though that is important, but also make sure that your religious beliefs and your freedoms are aligned with your candidate, and make sure that your candidate is going to uphold those particular freedoms. Because if you don't, there will be trouble. There will be trouble. And, this side is fighting with that side. There is kind of a pause right now after what happened to former President Trump. However, and this, we actually in this country are, in a strange way, at a good place, because this is the time to turn down the heat, because it's been so crazy. People who say they believe in certain things and then do the opposite, and it's just a complete mess. So make sure that your beliefs align with their beliefs, as well as, actually, I heard this, but I also have said this. I said this years and years and years ago. Stop fighting over people who don't even know your name. I mean, think about it. Do either one of the candidates know you personally? Probably not. Are they calling you on the phone, checking in on you every day or once a week or once a month even, just to see how you're doing? No, they're not. So why lose faith, friends, family, and freedom over people that don't even know you? I have a friend who, when the heat really got turned up politically, and she and this friend were friends for since they were friends over 30 years, at least over 30 years. And do you know that they are no longer friends today, because one of them voted for President Biden, one of them voted for former President Trump, and they just could not get it together. They could not agree to disagree. But the thing is, neither lady knew or know President Biden or former President Trump. And they lost a 30, in fact, it might have even been a 40-year relationship over their varying views. So when things are being turned up, you have to remember, you have to turn it down. Remind whoever it is that you might be debating about all that's going on, your friends, your family, your spouse. I know marriages who have been, couples who've been married for as long as Sam C and I, or longer, have split up because they couldn't agree on a candidate. Don't do that. Please don't do that. Please. It's not worth it, because then once we elect a president, they're going to go about doing whatever it is that each one of them has on their agenda. And here you're without your family that you've had your entire life, your friends, the next in line that you would have had, your spouse, your love, the person that you loved for a long time. It's not worth that. Let's not do that. Let's pump the brakes on all of the anger, all of the violence, all of the lies. It's time to stop. People are tired of it, and I just don't know why it won't stop. People who call themselves intelligent just can't seem to turn down the heat. Turn it down. It's not worth losing. What did I say? Your friends, your family, your faith, and your freedom. Don't do it. It's not worth it. Thank you so much for joining me today. That was a very serious talk. And also, one more thing that it's not worth losing is your life, because you won't get that back. Sadly, former President Trump almost lost his. And few people and the shooter lost theirs. There are two people, the shooter, the firefighter who was protecting his family, and two people right now are currently in under care because they were shot, and they're currently still in the hospital. I believe one of the men are in an induced coma, I believe. I'm going to actually check a little bit on that, but I do believe he's in a coma. Is it worth all of that? Absolutely not. Think about it. Please think about it. This is serious. Thank you so much for joining me today with Tuesday Talks with Bobbie D. I will see you again really, really soon, and I hope that you have an amazing, amazing day. Thanks so much for joining me. You take care of yourself. Have a great Tuesday. Bye.